In the pages of history, Theodore Roosevelt stands as a beacon of strength, resilience, and leadership. His wisdom transcends time, offering us a roadmap for success and fulfillment. People ask the difference between a leader and a boss. The leader works in the open and the boss in covert. The leader leads and the boss drives. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. No man needs sympathy because he has to work, because he has a burden to carry. Far and away, the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. When you're at the end of your rope, tie a knot and hold on. No man should receive a dollar unless that dollar has been fairly earned. Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, difficulty. I have never in my life envied a human being who led an easy life. I have envied a great many people who led difficult lives and led them well. The only man who never makes mistakes is the man who never does anything. The best executive is the one who has sense enough to pick good men to do what he wants done and self-restraint to keep from meddling with them while they do it. To educate a person in the mind but not in morals is to educate a menace to society. Knowing what's right doesn't mean much unless you do what's right. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The worst thing you can do is nothing. Courage is not having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength. Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go far. I am an American, free-born and free-bred, where I acknowledge no man as my superior, except for his own worth, or as my inferior, except for his own demerit. The things that will destroy America are prosperity at any price, peace at any price, safety first instead of duty first, and love of soft living and the get-rich-quick theory of life. Every immigrant who comes here should be required within 5 years to learn English or leave the country. Whenever you are asked if you can do a job, tell them, "Certainly I can." Then get busy and find out how to do it. Never throughout history has a man who lived a life of ease left a name worth remembering. A vote is like a rifle. Its usefulness depends upon the character of the user. A man who has never gone to school may steal a freight car, but if he has a university education, he may steal the whole railroad. When you play, play hard. When you work, don't play at all. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Don't hit at all if it is honorably possible to avoid hitting, but never hit soft. When they call the roll in the Senate, the senators do not know whether to answer present or not guilty. The reason fat men are good-natured is they can neither fight nor run. The joy in life is his who has the heart to demand it. It is not often that a man can make opportunities for himself, but he can put himself in such shape that when or if the opportunities come, he is ready. There is not a man of us who does not at times need a helping hand to be stretched out to him, and then shame upon him who will not stretch out the helping hand to his brother. Character, in the long run, is the decisive factor in the life of an individual and of nations alike. Be practical, as well as generous in your ideals. Keep your eyes on the stars, but remember to keep your feet on the ground. Far and away the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. Patriotism means to stand by the country. It does not mean to stand by the president or any other public official. Wide differences of opinion in matters of religious, political, and social belief must exist if conscience and intellect alike are not to be stunted, if there is to be room for healthy growth. Only those are fit to live who do not fear to die, and none are fit to die who have shrunk from the joy of life and the duty of life. Both life and death are parts of the same great adventure. I am only an average man, but by George, I work harder at it than the average man. A great democracy has got to be progressive, or it will soon cease to be great or a democracy. Women should have free access to every field of labor which they care to enter, and when their work is as valuable as that of a man, it should be paid as highly. In life, as in football, the principle to follow is to hit the line hard. Any man who tries to excite class hatred, sectional hate, hate of creeds, any kind of hatred in our community, though he may affect to do it in the interest of the class he is addressing, is in the long run, with absolute certainty, that class's own worst enemy. It may be true that he travels farthest who travels alone, but the goal thus reached is not worth reaching. 90% of the work in this country is done by people who don't feel good. Justice consists not in being neutral between right and wrong, but finding out the right and upholding it, wherever found, against the wrong. For us is the life of action, of strenuous performance of duty. Let us live in the harness, striving mightily. Let us rather run the risk of wearing out than rusting out. The longer I live, the more I think of the quality of fortitude. Men who fall, pick themselves up and stumble on, fall again, and are trying to get back up when they die. There is not one among us in whom a devil does not dwell. At some time, on some point, that devil masters each of us. It is not having been in the dark house, but having left it that counts. There were all kinds of things I was afraid of at first, ranging from grizzly bears to mean horses and gunfighters, but by acting as if I was not afraid, I gradually ceased to be afraid. I have never in my life envied a human being who led an easy life. I have envied a great many people who led difficult lives and led them well.